Hello everyone! Today I bring a short patch review. I will tell you 3 changes about meta heroes and then go over to 3 support related buffs. Let's start with the big meta nerfs. 1. SF might be bad now. The first thing I want to talk about is Shadow Fiend. I feel like this hero has his weaknesses and the changes might actually see him go back to B tier. First of all, it feels like one less armor on him and one more armor on enemies will make a difference. In the end, he's a hero that is quite easy to gank, and by having lesser of a difference in terms of armor on the lane, people will be able to punish him more. The second thing that affect him, however, are the item changes. Both Dragon Lance as well as Mask of Madness nerfs mean that he basically got 4 nerfs, although all of them are rather minor. This will change quality of life for him though, and I think this will have a quite big implications in the long run. 2. Nature's Prophet changes. While his Sprout got a quite big nerf, I don't think that the hero will get less popularity, at least in the pub games. It feels like the concept of the hero is broken, and as long as his numbers are not dumpster, he will still be picked. While he's kinda affected by the Blade Maul nerf, it's far from an item that Furion always builds. I think this is more about the fact that it was really broken, and Nature's Prophet is probably the best hero in terms of getting any item in the game. He's got one of the best stat gains in the game, and even though it was nerfed, it is still just 0.2 agility per level. I'm expecting him to still be a first pick, first ban in the pub games, as it works really well there, where it's hard to coordinate sometimes and this hero farms really fast. 3. Queen of Pain changes will hurt a lot. She's probably top 5 Blade Mail carriers in Dota right now, and the item got pretty big changes. Combined with the fact she doesn't really farm fast if she goes for the Blade Mail build now, and her innate got nerfed as well, she might feel a lot weaker. These changes might actually make people want to play the other facet again, as I feel like it's still very strong. The other one was just stronger. And now, let's go over to support changes. I will tell you which hero you should be looking out for and what does this patch mean for all the supports. 1. Skyro Mage might be good. There are 2 things about that hero that make me think he might be good again. Well, the first one is obviously the shard change. It basically triples the effectiveness of his Q, and over last 5 patches, it got buffed 5 times. That's crazy. I tested that in lobby, and a level 7 Skyro that maxed out his Q deals around 180 damage with just 1 bolt to a 25% magic resist target. With E, that's around 220, and it has a cooldown of 2. Now imagine this with Shard. You will deal around 600 damage with just 70 mana. Granted, it's on 3 enemies, but I feel like that's already busted. A very important thing about this hero, however, is to pair it up with stuns. It's very simple. Yes, you can buy Athos, but I feel like that's an item you need to build only if your teammates don't have stuns. Otherwise, you would much rather have other things, like inventory full of null talismans or even a solar crest. I will be testing this hero out in my pub games and I will let you know about the results, because keep in mind, in the end you still have 0 cast time silence, a very powerful tool against some of the meta heroes, like all the spirits, Queen of Pain and especially Puck. Not to mention the Blade Maul nerf as well, as that was some of your issue. Now you don't need to be that afraid to cast your spells. 2. Pavis is now very good. Now, it's been good for a while. I feel like 40 mana buff is crazy though. With nerfs to other items like Glimmer or Blade Mail, I feel like building Solar Crest on supports will become even more important. It was good before, but now that void of "you can't hit me because I return damage" might be filled with "you can't hit me because I'm Solar Crested." This item has a very good build up, and for me it feels like this will be the defensive item for all of the supports. 3. Lots of quality changes for supports. Heroes like Treant, Techies, Snapfire or Shadow Demon got very small buffs, But you know, paired up with the fact that some of the meta was still not discovered yet, it might be big. I feel like most of the support heroes right now are very balanced and it just depends on the game which one will shine. And in the end, we got a lot of small buffs on different heroes, so the pool of playable support should be bigger. That's it for today. I hope this short form of review will be a good summary for you. If you want to see support content, subscribe to the channel. See you!